everyone, this is Berserker88. Are you ready for another Kung Fu Panda 3 trailer analysis? Too bad. Yeah, I did the first Chinese trailer, so I felt kind of obligated to do this one too. And for no other reason than to have more than one of these videos on my channel. So without further ado, let's get started. The trailer starts with this place again, which I said in the last video looks like some kind of a shrine to old masters. You can see an elephant and a hippo there. That's pretty unique. You can also tell this looks to be to the left of the Jade Palace, or maybe to the right, which would be probably why we haven't seen it before, since I don't think that's an angle that's ever really been shown. It looks like Master Oogway's statue is the most important one there, as you would expect. Shame it's not going to last. Shifu's there too, perhaps seeking spiritual guidance. Or perhaps this is where he learns about Kai, since he eventually tells his students about him. We cut to Shifu at the gates of the training hall, giving a little speech to his students about something. It's Chinese, so I don't really know for sure. But it probably relates to what he's about to show them. Geese with fiery crossbows. Okay, that's not what he's showing them, but that's pretty freaking cool. What he's actually showing them is the new and improved training hall, which doesn't look all that different aside from a few giant fire pits. But the fire pits are pretty sweet, not gonna deny that. I also don't know why they have a new training hall. I'm guessing it's just an aesthetic thing to show that time has passed. Kind of like with tigers in her new outfit. And speaking of which, here's everyone awed by the new training hall, Po especially, of course. And now we cut to the village, where, guess what? Po and Lee finally figured out they're father and son. Holy shit. It's a miracle. So they talk a bit, Po's all excited. And there's that amazing picture in the background of Po riding a koi fish. It looks like it's in great pain. And then there's Mr. Ping, who's naturally not so happy about this. Now, from what we've seen so far, it seems that Mr. Ping is not only going to have a bigger role in this movie compared to the first two, but his main character arc is going to be bonding with Lee over Po, which I am very interested in seeing. Also, I literally just noticed that Po action figure on the ground. Yay, he finally has his own. I would find it hilarious if Lee was the one who bought it. And now we're back to this room with all the scrolls, which looks to be a very short-lived room based on the first trailer. Ah, this frame. Say hello to the next Po's room, everyone. So, I'll start by stating the obvious. That's Oogway. He appears to be injured, possibly by Kai even, and is getting treated by some pandas using some kind of mystical chi ability. I'm not going to call it Kung Fu because I'm not sure it qualifies. I mean, Po actually has to teach him the fight later on. So I don't think it's so much Kung Fu as just, I guess, chi control. In this case, used for healing purposes. Well, whatever it is, it seems like it's going to be what Po learns in this movie. Like it's people have some kind of secret mystical art that's going to get unlocked again. And let me just say, if pandas do have some kind of crazy chi abilities, that would explain a lot of what Po's been able to do the past two movies. Shame I can't read that Chinese text, because I have a feeling that would answer a lot of my questions right now. While this is going on, Lee is saying something that I actually did get a translation for. To paraphrase, it was something like, pandas have been a part of life for longer than you know. Come home to your family and your destiny. You know, typical trailer lines. Not sure if that's actually me in the movie or not. Moving on to, oh my god, that face. Po's adorable, can I just say that? I'm not sure what he's gawking at. With Po, it's kind of hard to tell. Maybe it's that thing I was just talking about, with the golden light. Maybe Lee can actually do it, and he's showing it off. I mean, I would think he has some kind of mystical abilities. How else did he find out his son was alive? Like, he was literally just sitting on a hill, and then he was like, my son is alive. Like, you don't just figure that out for no reason. And then there's a montage sequence, where Po and Lee travel back to the Panda Village. And they appear to be doing it alone, which is interesting. Because we know the others do get there, or at least some of them. So what are they up to right now? Are they still in the village fighting Kai? Because if so, it would be a little weird for Po to just up and leave. But we also know this doesn't happen before that, because Po is in that fight. So I'm a bit confused about the order of events in this movie. Which isn't a bad thing, I kind of like not being able to figure it out right away. And then we're back at the palace because the order of events in this trailer is a little wonky. So Po is showing his dad around the Hall of Warriors, you know, in typical Po fashion. Here's another great facial expression. Po actually has quite a few in this. Oh, and there is apparently a dolphin kung fu master that can shoot arrows from his blowhole. That is amazing. Oh my god, this scene again. But I've already covered it, so moving on. Po stuffs his face Dragon Warrior style, and then gives the most badass high fives ever. So yeah, that mystical chi power I was talking about, Po appears to be using it. which makes me think this might actually be one of the last scenes of the film. Come on, you know trailers like to do that. Wouldn't this be a good closing shot? Poe running through the village, giving everyone a high five with his new power? I think so. Oh, and he ends up lighting this lady's hand on fire, which he blows out in perfect time with the music. Love it. Another great Poe face, and we have arrived. Oh my god, it looks even prettier than the concept art. So, I've heard that this village is supposed to be heavily based off of Shangri-La, and yeah, I can certainly see that. It almost doesn't even look 3D, and I mean that in a good way. Then a shot of Kai that we've already seen before. Then a shot of the fight in the valley that we've already seen before. And then finally a good shot of one of these things. I still don't know what the hell they are, but clearly they're not based off of any actual animal. I'm thinking it's perhaps a mix of an animal and some kind of mythological creature, which is also what I think about Kai himself. During this fight we have a little conversation between Poe and Monkey. I'm not sure what they're saying, but based on the context, I'm guessing they're arguing over who gets to fight who, which quickly becomes moot. And then Kai arrives at the Panda Village, as we knew he would eventually. God damn, that guy can jump. Then he goes into an evil monologue, which, as Lord Shen would tell you, is not a good thing to try on Poe, because he starts making fun of him for talking too much. Which he doesn't quite expect. Yeah, Poe does that, you're gonna have to get used to it. So Poe keeps making fun of him. And this right here is the face of Blunderbuss Reviews when he found out the UK release date for this movie. Yeah, you think January 29th is a long wait? Be humbled. Then 2 seconds of Mei. Boy, she's really getting a lot of screen time in these trailers. Then this clip we've already seen before. Hopefully it won't be my thumbnail again. And then this, crotch shot. And finally this scene, which I also got a translation for. Basically, Shifu is saying, let me show you a technique that has been passed down from the ancient masters. Look over there! And leaves. Now, of course, Poe, being Poe, doesn't really get this, and he starts freaking out about how awesome Shifu is. There's another great face, by the way. So Poe's confused. The five are staring at him like he's an idiot. And he kind of is. This is now the second trailer for this movie that ends with a mass facepalm. And that is it. So not as long as the last video, which makes sense, there's not nearly as much to talk about. I'm hoping we'll get at least one more trailer before this movie comes out. You know, from these competent marketing people. But if not, oh well. I could wait until January 29th, or longer. But until then, this has been Berserker88, and I will see you guys next time. Maybe.